Welcome back to English Talk Time, where learning English is easy, slowly, and fun. I'm Ellie, your host for learning English and improving your life. And as always, I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, Mike. How are you doing today?
Hey Ellie, I'm doing great, thanks. Feeling confident, positive, and ready to help our listeners speak English like pros in their next job interview. What about you?
I'm feeling great too, Mike, because today's topic is super useful for anyone who wants to work in an English-speaking company. We're going to talk about how to answer one of the most common and sometimes tricky interview questions. What are your strengths?
Ah, yes, that question. Interviewers love it because it helps them understand what kind of person you are and how you could add value to their company. But for English learners, it's a tough one. Many people don't know what to say, or they repeat the same simple answers like, I'm hardworking, or I'm a team player.
Exactly. Those answers are okay, but they're too general. Everyone says them. If you want to stand out, you need to choose strengths that sound specific and professional, and you must explain them clearly in English.
That's right. So in this episode, we'll go through 3 parts. First, we'll share some powerful tips for answering this question confidently. Then, we'll explore useful vocabulary you can use to describe your strengths. And finally, we'll practice a few sample answers together that you can adapt for your own interview.
Perfect. So let's begin with our first tip. Tip number 1. Always choose 3 strong qualities about yourself. 3 is the magic number. It's easy to remember and it sounds balanced when you speak.
Yes, 3 is perfect. But as Ellie said earlier, avoid those boring, overused words like hardworking, enthusiastic, or professional. They don't make you stand out. Instead, pick strengths that show you can bring real value to the company.
For example, you could say, I'm disciplined and focused. That means you can manage your time well and finish your work on schedule. Another great one is, I'm flexible and versatile. This shows that you're open to new challenges and can handle different types of work.
And another powerful one is I'm resourceful. That means you can solve problems creatively and find solutions when things get difficult. It's a word that interviewers really like because it shows independence and critical thinking.
Oh, that's a good one. I also like collaborative. It means you work well with others and value teamwork. Many companies want employees who can cooperate and communicate with their team members.
That's true. Now, tip number 2, always back up your strengths with evidence. It's not enough to say, I'm good at teamwork. You have to give an example that proves it.
For example, you could say, in my previous job, I helped my team finish a marketing project before the deadline by organizing our daily tasks. This sentence shows your teamwork and your leadership skills.
Great example. And for our listeners, here's a pronunciation tip. When you say previous, it sounds like pre-v-us, not pre-v-us. Say it clearly, in my previous job.
Nice! And let's not forget tip number 3. Make sure your strengths match the job you're applying for. For example, if you're applying for a job in finance, being detail-oriented or commercially aware is great. But if it's a creative job, you might say you're innovative or a fast learner.
Exactly. You always want to connect your strengths to what the company needs. You can even check the job description. They often include words like teamwork, problem solving, or adaptability. Use those words in your answer.
That's a clever strategy, Mike. Okay, now let's look at some vocabulary. We'll share a list of strong words you can use in your answer. Listeners, if you can, write these down or repeat after us. Ready?
Ready. Here we go. Disciplined, focused, flexible, versatile, resourceful, loyal, trustworthy, collaborative, creative, innovative, detail-oriented, commercially aware, fast learner, passionate, and committed.
Great job, everyone. Now let's explain a few of them so you can really understand how to use them.
Sure. Let's start with detail-oriented. This means you pay attention to small details. For example, I'm very detail-oriented. I always double-check my work to make sure there are no mistakes.
Another one is commercially aware. This means you understand how a business makes money and what it needs to grow. For example, I'm commercially aware, and I always try to make decisions that help the company succeed.
And loyal and trustworthy are also great. Loyal means you stay with the company long term, and trustworthy means people can depend on you. You might say, I'm loyal and trustworthy, and my manager can always rely on me to do my work honestly.
Creative and innovative are perfect for jobs that need new ideas. For example, I'm creative and innovative, and I enjoy finding new ways to solve problems or improve customer experience.
Nice. And fast learner means you can adapt quickly. You can say, I'm a fast learner, so I can understand new systems and tools very quickly.
Now, let's put it all together into a sample answer. Mike, can you give us one full example?
Sure. Here's one version. My strengths include the fact that I'm commercially aware, which means I always think about how my work affects the company's goals. I also have a collaborative approach to teamwork. I believe that when everyone supports each other and respects different ideas, we can achieve great results. Finally, my greatest strength is my loyalty and trustworthiness. You can always rely on me to represent the company positively and stay committed for the long term.
That's such a professional and natural answer. It shows confidence, personality, and values, all in just a few sentences.
Exactly. And listeners, you can change the words to fit your own experience. For example, if you're a teacher, you could say, my strengths include being organized, patient, and creative. I always plan my lessons carefully, support my students, and find fun ways to make learning enjoyable.
I love that example. It's clear, simple, and it shows personality. You don't need long or complicated sentences. Just speak naturally and confidently.
And here's another pronunciation tip. Practice saying your answer out loud with pauses between your ideas. For example, after each strength, pause for 1 second. That way, you sound calm and professional.
Great advice. Also, practice with a friend or record yourself speaking. Listening to your own voice helps you notice which parts sound natural and which parts need more confidence.
So, let's quickly review today's main ideas. Number 1, choose 3 strong qualities. Number 2, give real examples. And number 3, match your strengths to the job.
Exactly. And one bonus tip, always smile a little while speaking in your interview. Even if it's online, your energy will come through in your voice.
That's so true. Interviewers can feel your enthusiasm even through a screen. So be positive, be confident, and be proud of your strengths.
Well said, Mike. So, listeners, it's your turn to practice. Write down your 3 strengths and 1 short example for each. Then practice saying them naturally in English. You'll be ready for any interview question.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe to English Talk Time and leave us a review. Your support really helps us create more lessons like this.
Thank you all for listening. Remember, your strengths are what make you unique. Believe in yourself, speak with confidence, and success will follow.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking English every day.